So, you got into your Tesla and you find, well, no software updates. All your friends are talking about the new updates. The Tesla community is talking about all the new updates, but you just don't have it. There is a sort of like a proven way of getting the updates faster than anyone else. I've tried. So the step number one is find a place with a stable Wi-Fi. You want to make sure it's pretty much a full Wi-Fi connection right here. You want to have the full signal strength. The second step is make sure that you charge your car to above 80% or equal to 80% on a slow charger, like on a AC charger, not a DC charger. You want to make sure that it's around at least 80%. I found that Tesla probably doesn't want to get your car stranded somewhere when there's like a slight fault in the update process or anything like that. So you want at least 80% charge in your car. And another thing is you want to make sure that you haven't been doing a lot of supercharging lately. I found it's alright if you've used a couple of third-party DC chargers, but just avoid using superchargers for at least a couple days if you want to get updates soonish. They've probably thought about it, and they probably didn't want you to get an update in a road trip, so that it interferes with your plans or gets your car stranded again somewhere that's outside of the area that you're familiar with. So after all these things are done, I'm at 78% now. I'll get back to you when the charge is above 80 for the next step. Yeah, and another thing before the car gets to 80% is absolutely avoid opening the software tab before your car charges above 80%. Just don't open it, because the second you open it, there's a chance that it's going to want to check for the updates. And if your car is not above 80%, sometimes it's just, even if there's an update, it's just going to tell you there isn't an update. And there's a really weird thing with Teslas, which is that it only wants to check for the updates, at least in the latest version of software, once every 24 hours. So if you accidentally open that before the car gets to 80%, there's a high likelihood that you're not going to get anything in the next 24 hours. So you're going to have to do it again in 24 hours time. And there's another thing. If you have just gotten an update within the last week, you're also not going to get a new update. So even if that update isn't necessarily the latest update, even if it's just kind of one of those older updates, there's a high likelihood that you're not going to get the next big update within the week, unless sometime it's security patch, which you will actually get it. It's very complicated. And in this case, I've just gotten the 2024.14 updates a couple of days ago, so I'm not entirely sure whether I'll be getting an update necessarily today, but I'll still show you the process when the car gets to 80%. Yeah, and another very important thing I kind of forgot to talk about was you actually need to get your Tesla app updated to the latest version. By that I don't mean the automatic updates that you're going to get through your phone, whether it's an iPhone or Android. You want to actually go in to the App Store and search for Tesla. And you need to click into the Tesla app. Not the app itself, but the page for the app. And once you're in there, wait for a couple of seconds. Sometimes there is an update to the app that's not being necessarily pushed to your phone. It's going to take a couple of seconds, and once the update button shows up, just update it to the latest version. And after that, you actually want to make sure that you open that updated app and wait for a couple of seconds for your car to connect to the app. So your car actually knows that you are on the latest version of the Tesla app, Tesla mobile app. And sometimes that's the only reason that your update's being held back, because you don't have the latest version of the app, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And I'll just have to wait a couple more minutes for my car to get to 80%, but in the video it's going to be in the next couple of seconds. Okay, so my car's now at 80%. Let's see if we're lucky today. So all you have to do is just go into software right here, swipe up really quick. You see, it was checking for updates for a second there, but unfortunately we don't have the update today. But that's alright. There's only 27 cars, I think, currently on the next update version of 2024.14.5, so it's probably not seeded in my region yet, but when it does, I'll just repeat this process, and there's a very high likelihood that I'll be getting the updates. I've tried this method many times, and I've gotten it to work pretty much every time. So, I mean, when there is an update in my region, so take it with a grain of salt. But if you found my video helpful, kindly just hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll really appreciate that. If you want to give a thumbs up, amazing as well. Hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.